tomorrow or anything. Just, I'm really gratified that you came out for us. Thank you, Kyle.
Thanks for the invite. Man, as soon as Nick hit me up about coming out and doing this thing, it's like Aikido stuff and Judo stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't know. What do I want to do? And it's like, there was like this voice in my head that said, do this Judo thing. And it's like, okay, we're going to do this Judo thing. And it's like, it's kind of selfish because it's like, Aikido people don't get nothing. And it's like, but I was working with, where's Duncan? Your boy helped me tie that in because it's like, Aikido people ain't used to this, and there's some real value stuff in here. So we're going to play with this. Aikido people, you're going to get a good dose of something that you're not used to probably. Just for my references, how many guys in here are regular Judo people? Not very many of us. We're like an endangered species out here, man. That's good. That's good. It gives me a good frame of reference to start with. So, the first thing that we want to look at with Judo is, from a very basic point of view, is things like gripping. Basic function gripping. Grip at your shoulder height. Okay? Number one, grip at your shoulder height. Like, you're about my size, this is a good spot. Don't just reach up and grab the same spot on the lapel for everybody. That's kind of a dumb thing to do. Heather, she's shorter than me. If I reach over here and grab the normal spot, for me to pull my hand to my shoulder, hello camera, you can see this is clearly going to be a lifting upward function. I'm trying to curl her body weight with my dumb arm, with tendonitis and stuff. That's not an idea. That's bad. That's how you get tendonitis and you don't get to go fishing Monday. Where's me son? You know, if I grabbed a hold of Moose and tried to take my normal grip, Moose is taller than me. So if I pull my hand to my shoulder, he's bigger than me, so I'm going to be lifting myself into the air to try to throw the man down. That doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense either. So you always want to work at your shoulder height. So here we are, and that's just where they happen to fall. You're going to work in step with each other. Body rise, body fall. And what I want you to do, you can step, just be casual, but you don't have to be in a hurry. Okay? Very critical that you're in time with each other. You guys do it in Aikido all the time, right? Well, Jeff says no, not so much, but so from here I'm just going to step out to this magical place. Okay? There's a magical place that exists in the world. I'm going to move here just a little bit so we can get better on the camera. There's this magical spot. And this magical spot, if I've gripped at my shoulder height, I'm going to move my butt until my arm gets straight. And right here, my arm is straight. You had your foot right the first time. You're trying to make me look good. So right here, I've got my toes pointing toward him, toward his toes, toward his back feet, right? This is what we call 3 feet in a line, okay? You Aikido guys are like, man, these Judo guys doing this stuff. Number one, release, first initial step, okay? Stop. Man, that's damn near 3 feet in a line right there. Almost all the time. You guys do 3 feet in a line. You just don't know that you do 3 feet in a line all the time. You guys are learning Judo, you don't even know you're learning Judo, see? Y'all can laugh, it's okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to step over here in this magic spot. Arms nice and straight, relaxed. Always play Judo relaxed. Just like Aikido, anytime you try to do something to the man, bad idea. He has an opinion about this. You have an opinion about me throwing your ass down to the ground in a violent fashion. Right? So if I'm going to do that in order to be successful, I cannot scare him. If I do anything that scares him, I am not going to be successful. So I just want to be casual. We'd be walking along and say, I'm just going to slide out here now. And he's like, you didn't feel threatened at all by that. You didn't get no heebie-jeebies or nothing, right?
No.
And that's, Aikido guys do this all the time. You guys are invisible working out here at the end of your release, right? There's no tension, no tension, no tension, no tension, right?
Right.
Okay, so you guys are already doing Judo stuff. You don't know you're doing Judo stuff, but you're doing Judo stuff. So, here we are. If I grab a hold to him and say, man, I think I'm just going to jerk this guy out of his jock. See that back foot come in there? How he's fixing to foot sweep me from behind. Did you guys see him do that? I put him there. He's fixing to kill me with my own selfish desires. I like that about you, keeping me honest. Because I scared him. I gave him this big pulling sensation, and he's like, whoa, this fool's fixing to do something bad to me. I would like that to not happen. But if I just say, hey, I'm just going to... Now, that time, nothing happened. You didn't get all scared and all weird, but now you're all weird.
Yeah.
And now you're getting scared. So, in Aikido, people tend to look at throwing ideas typically here, here, here. We tend to focus very heavily on body drop ideas in Aikido, right? We're just going to do a little round. So I'm just going, hey, his foot touches. Which foot's he going to move next? Left foot, foot touches. Right foot, foot touches. Left foot. You know? So we tend to orient very directly to this body drop idea, right?
Let's practice it.
We're going to practice that in just a second, believe it or not. But there exists in Aikido this other element in the world where we're dealing with body rise mechanism. We don't do it very much. We don't do it very often. You see it in the Big Ten because we done messed up and we got too close to the man, and we have to start making things happen. When his body is coming toward my body, he's already violated this is not good. These Big Ten's kind of like very seriously bad things. You might see it in Yankata where it's like, I'm going to stick my pinky up your nose. You know, this is a rising mechanism. When your feet come together, your center of gravity goes up. When your feet go apart, your center of gravity goes down. Body rise, body drop. Cool? So, what I want you guys to do first is, we'll just do some light hand randori. I just want you to focus on touch him on his step, touch him on his step, touch him on his step, okay? That's all we're going to do. Touch him on his step, okay? Just a couple of minutes of that, okay? Let's get to work. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah? No? Yeah? All right. I like that. So now we're going to do something the same but a little different. Okay? We're looking at this man and it's like his foot touches. We want to kill him now. And his foot touches. We want to kill him now. But we're not, because now we're going to change the game. I've killed him every time his foot touches. I've killed him, and he's like, man, this guy's gonna kill me as soon as I take this step, but I'm not. And he's like, man, this is cool. He's not killing me. Now we're going to do it on the rise. So he's going to touch. I don't touch him now. When his back foot starts to move, then we touch him. Then we touch him. So this is going to feel very foreign to you guys, because you're not only from doing it to the man, but having it done to you. This is a different sensation of off balance that Aikido people typically are saying, hey, this feels very, where's my guy? Feels pretty damn weird, don't it?
Yes, sir.
But it's pretty cool too. So you're going to take this step. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. His back foot moves. Then you can touch him. Your touch, light, 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 light. I cannot emphasize light. Like if you're dribbling the basketball, light. You might think about, pull your elbow right to your ribs. Okay? If my elbow and my ribs are together, I'm just going to, I've tried to do it there. Because now I'm using, my elbow's connected to my center. I'm not using my hand to do it. I'm using my center to do it. Right? Body momentum. Do it to me. And you can walk slower and give your partner a big window. That's what I'm talking about. And it feels different to you, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not the normal timing of things that you're used to. Oh,
Oops,
on the
John up down.
No, you didn't. You got me as soon as I twitched to go to rise. That's very slick. So this is going to be a little bit different timing to work with. So when you approach this, try to go nice and slow. Give your partner a big window of opportunity. There. That's good. Big window of opportunity to touch him on his rise. As soon as when his back foot starts to lift up, just lightly touch him. Keep him, you know he's fixing to go up. His feet are coming together. He's automatically going up. We're just going to make him go up a little bit more than what he planned on. Okay? All right.
You watch Sal's hands, you saw none of this.
No. No.
All you saw was this, like AI.
Yeah.
I don't feel it.
Gripping functions are a strength thing, and you can't. It tells him, here we go. You don't get to look at nothing. Tell me when you feel something change.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Right then. As soon as my grip tightened, he felt it. All of a sudden he says, hey, one of these things, this is not like it used to be. He's fixing to do whatever evil he has in his heart. I might want to express an opinion about not letting that happen to me right now. So yeah, keep your hands light and open, just a delicate touch. I'm just barely brushing your gi. You can do a lot by turning your hips. And when you turn your hips, turn everything. You'll notice judo guys, when we move, we kind of, because you're keeping everything nice and square. Aikido people do it too. Same hand, same foot, both hands engaged, right?
I've heard that before.
I've heard that once or twice somewhere, where it keeps everything in the center. Those damn principle things, you know? So let's experiment, like I said, just with this body rise mechanism now, okay? Go nice and slow. Give your partner an easy window. Start off easy and slow. You can always add speed to it later, okay? All right, let's go to work. Good job. Bravo. This is not what I'm normally used to.
Feels nice and soft.
Feels nice and soft. I like that. Does it make you say this is really odd sensation as far as the off balance goes as Aikido guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right, Garuma. So we can use this as a building block. Okay? If right now we're taking normal steps, right? Let's walk this way. We're taking normal steps. Normal rhythm, rise and fall, right? Just like a wave. If something happens, I don't know, let's touch you on this other side this time. Here. So he's now trapped in this up condition. And he's trapped in this up condition longer than he planned on being in an up condition. Notice that the elbow is firmly tucked in here. Dirty judo stuff. So if he's been up longer than what he typically is used to being up, that means that he's also going to has a longer distance to travel down. So you end up with an extended dropping period. So when he recovers his balance to this side, it's a longer time for him to get down, which means I have a giant window to touch him. So we're just going to say, I'm just going to touch him on the up, and now he has to go down. Where does he have to go down? Over here. Thank you. The thing about judo guys that you Aikido guys are missing out on, we study feet a lot and movement of the feet. And we can predict with great certainty where your foot has to go. And if I know where you have to step before you have to step there, that means I get to be standing there having a cheeseburger waiting for you to show up, right? Is that fair to say? So you're going to touch me now.
Okay.
Touch me on my up, whichever side. And then the down happens and, oh, well, darn, you didn't throw me. Guess what? My balance is still all messed up. My posture is all messed up. So I have to recover my balance, right? Mm-hmm. And I was talking with Jeff's guys about this. When you start into these randori conditions like this, a good thing you can do is to go slow and say, we're going to verbally describe what has to happen.
Okay.
I mean, like right now, I'm all up on my right foot. Yeah. I got to shift my weight to my left to try to get my center underneath me, right? So you know that I have to move somewhere over here, right? Mm-hmm. And then, and here comes the hip. Here comes the hip. Bring the. Oh, that's devilish of you. I hadn't considered that. You can make entry for hip throw right there. That's very slick. And then I was seeing this hip coming through here. Ooh. Very dastardly there. So just because you don't get the guy right out of the gate, don't get disturbed. It's like he's up. He has to come down. He's coming over here. He has to go up. He has to go down. It's like dribbling a basketball, right? Up and down, up and down. It's like dribbling humans.
Kid, he does that.
We're big water balloons, you know. It's like the human body's what, 80% water? We're a giant water balloon with sticks in it, you know. So experiment, we're going to take the up. We're going to elongate the up function. And then we're going to let him recover. Naturally, slowly, to the down. I don't care if I throw him or not. I really don't. Because if he falls down, that's kind of the end of my practice. But now I get to let him live a little bit longer. Maybe it's, oh, I get to step 2. That felt weird.
Yeah.
Felt really weird, didn't it? Yeah, you're done. You're kind of dead. Yeah, you don't have to get crazy and make them all fall down every time. But we've seen guys who are very skilled at it. And they never move their ass. They're like just anchored in this place. Dealt with that for a long time. Blows my mind. But it's okay to move. I can move with him. Just make sure Aikido, keeping your hands in your center, right? Don't be doing silly things. This is how we get all messed up dead, because I'm not centered up on him. You still got to play with your principles. Here comes the left foot. You're stepping toward me. I know what's about to happen. Now, you didn't know that was going to happen, did you? I didn't know it was going to happen either. I knew you had to step this way, but I didn't know what was going to be the finale. And that's what it should be. It should be a method of discovery. It shouldn't be I'm Kyle and I choose to smite you with Osotogari, and that is the way the world will work. There are times where that does happen, but really it's very limiting, because go grab a hold of Moose and say, I'm going to smite your ass with Osotogari. He's going to say, I hope you bring a lunch, you know. It's a whole lot easier to just hang out and be cool and say, I don't really have an agenda what this guy's doing. I don't know what I know he's got to recover his balance. I tend to be hitting him on the down all the time. It's like I hit him on the up the first tick, and then I hit him on the down, and I hit him on the down. Maybe this time, I should hit him on the up again. Well, I didn't know he was going to get all magical upside down for me. That's pretty cool, though. So experiment now with this elongated up function, and use that to create this. You described it earlier like floating almost. Falling up. That's a good way to put it. There's this upward function, and then you get this elongated dropping function that happens, which it's like, man, you can sit there and seriously be waiting to have a cheeseburger, waiting for him. Come on, yeah, come on. I have a place to be. Hurry up and get over here, you know? So experiment with this elongated up function first, and then the down, and then start mixing the up and down together. Like I said, I don't care if you throw or not. Just experience the off-balance condition in yourself and your partner. Go slow. The slower you go, the more you feel. The more you feel, the more you learn to live in the off-balance world. The more you live there, the more comfortable you get there. And that's a good place to be, is very comfortable with that. Okay? Let's do it. Awesome job, man.
Appreciate it.
Man, you do it. I like that, man. 2 thumbs up, man. All right. So, does it have a different kind of feel? You know, it's this long up and then the long down. Do you find yourself having to wait like forever?
Very gratifying. I want this shit to be over with now.
Yeah. What? Yeah, Jeff, you said the same thing. It's like, I want to smite him. I know.
That's what I want to do you now.
Yeah, I know he's about to go here, and I want to smite him so bad I can't even stand it. But then you start putting energy into it, and what happens? Yeah, it goes and jumps in the commode, which is horrible.
Just say no.
Yeah, just say no to smiting, unless they really deserve it, and then still try to not smite them. Make sure the waivers are filled out. First things first. First rule of order: make sure the waivers are signed. Okay, so far what we've looked at is Aikido guys. You're typically used to saying this would be a throwing spot, and this would be a throwing spot, and this would be a throwing spot. And now what we've done is we've said this is a throwing spot and this is a throwing spot, and throwing and throwing and throwing and throwing, right? So we've essentially doubled your opportunities now, right? Okay, so now we're going to get down to the judo portion of the evening. And this is something that blew my mind. When I first saw it, I said, this is insane. And Chuck used to say, you should be more tired at the end of class mentally than you are physically. Chuck Caldwell.
We heard an awful lot.
We heard that a lot, and it's like, dude, it's like 120 degrees in the dojo with this little bitty fan, and our gis weigh like 15 pounds more because of all the sweat. I mean, judo guys would go outside between classes and wring our gis out and breathe, and we're supposed to be more tired mentally? This guy's crazy. And then this lesson happened, Carl gave this, and I was like, holy crap, that's what Chuck was talking about. Because judo tends to shave, we tend to shave things into very fine pieces of time. There's a lot of opportunity with judo that we typically don't see with aikido. So one thing I'm going to do is we're going to talk about this magical point. 3 feet in the line, balls of the feet. I want to start with my toes pointing toward him. My arm, shoulder height, relaxed grip. I don't get too wrapped up in grip these days. I used to, but hey, you get old, you grow out of it a little bit. Now this spot right here happens to be pretty magical and special, okay? Because every one of the throws in judo exist from where the ball of my foot is right now, okay? From here we have the first obvious shot that we're going to take is knee wheel. If I just rotate my foot on the ball of my foot, I'm still 3 feet in a line, and now I have all my Osoto garis and things that I love so much. And if I rotate on the ball of my foot again, I have all my hip throw stuff. So this one spot where the ball of my foot is really critical. I cannot emphasize how critical it is to your judo. So just shoulder height, relaxed arms, say, hey, I'm just going to step over here. Cool. Now, I'm going to start with, there is a caveat to this. The first spot that we have judo guys, we like to smite people. And the first opportunity I have to smite him is with foot stop. But foot stop it's good and it's bad, okay? Because you talk about a quick way to dust somebody, foot stop is nice. But we've all done foot stop. We've done foot stop since like 1st or 2nd grade. How many of you guys ever tripped somebody on the playground? Oh. All you liars, put your hands up. Every one of you in here has tripped some kid on the playground and you just don't want to own up to it, right? We've been doing foot stop a long, long time, guys. The problem with foot stop, it's very gratifying. I mean, you get to smite the guy, but it's very dumb because it retards the development of other throws. And I suffered with this for a long time, like 15 years. I was like, man, I'm just going to do foot stop because I love doing foot stop. I mean, man, I'm just going to say, woo! Man, he fell down. Yeah. Smite.
I have been smited.
You've been smited. You've been smoked. The problem is that you don't get to develop the real throw. The real throw here is knee wheel. And we're going to be nice and easy. Slide to my line. I just want to notice my posture, perfectly erect. I'm just going to work from my hip. I'm just going to lift my foot straight up. Wow, look at that. That's like about your knee, isn't it? Mm-hmm. If you got to look for their knee, that's okay. You can tell me, say, you're not on my knee, you're too low, whatever. And then from here, there's a variety of things. Different teachers will describe this in different ways, and you can do whatever works for you, really, because there's a lot of right ways to do all of this stuff. You're just dealing with my particular set of expressions and idioms. So when I touch him, I like to have we've had this hand in our thing before today, right? In the ribs. We're just going to, I'm going to slide over here, reach up and touch him. Just going to turn a little bit. Bam! Smite. Damn, that's good. You make me look good. I like this. I like this guy. We ain't got to get all crazy up in the air, Junior Birdman. So I'm going to set you down nice and easy like what Model Sensei does. We're just going to say, hey, here. Nice and easy. Notice the back is nice and straight, the knees are bent. Very important for when you get ready to go to grappling. Grappling is important because that's like level 2 of smiting. Second phase of smiting involves going to the ground, but we're not going to do that just yet. So anyway, that's what we're going to look at first, is just this touch, good spot, at the knee, slightly above. Just let him down nice and easy, okay? Let's try that, and then we'll do the next thing. Cool. Just give it a try, nice and easy. Like I said, I don't care if we get them all today. I just want to get you some exposure and get you some ideas working along. So we've seen that we wanted to kill the guy here, but I missed. Maybe I was late. Maybe I was enjoying my cheeseburger too much. So he goes through this body rise function, right? He's starting in this body drop function. Well, I can get him on body drop. Now, Aikido, we just hit him on body rise and body drop, right? So we're going to hit him on body drop this time. I'm going to let him take his step. I'm going to pull my arm to my shoulder, okay? Point my toe and sit him down. When you pull your hand to your shoulder, males in the room, do not think about, I'm going to pull him to my shoulder. No, that's smiting. We don't want to smite. We can't smite him just yet. You must be delicate and soft and just pull very lightly and gently. It's very important. For real, very light and delicate with your pull. I'm just guiding him. Point the toe and say, smile.
Your eyes were a little big.
Now from here, we grapple, we smite some more. But no, not today. There are a number of different entries into this throw. This is called ouchigari. There are a variety of throws. There's a lot of right ways to do it. This is just one that works. You can take him and say, man, maybe I'll make him draw his step around, and maybe I'll just do it that way so he falls away from me instead. Lift up the elbow and just extend his step. Because remember, he is in body rise. We just extend the rise. Equipment malfunction. We're just going to extend the rise. Lift your elbow up. Don't pull, just lift your elbow up. And you can make this little thing happen. Just lift the elbow. Everybody do this. Just go. No power involved. You start getting powerful, your shoulder will be pissed off at you. And I have warned you, when you're sitting around with ice packs and ibuprofen saying, damn, my shoulder hurts, I'll be like, I tried to tell you, be soft and light and delicate. Because remember, soft and light comes in under the radar. He doesn't get scared. I start pulling and imposing my agenda. I say, man, I think I'm just going to, because I decide I'm going to pull him where I think he needs to go. Thank you. He gets to have an opinion because I have scared him. He says, no, I don't want to be smited today. So don't scare him. Very light, just lifting with the elbow or extending, hands in center, turning. I mean, isn't there one of them Aikido moves that kind of like goes here and in here? It's like, wow, it's like, there's this Aikido thing. Yeah, the guiding step thing. Yeah. You guys do Judo and you don't even know you do Judo, right? So give that a try, and then we'll expand through that list real quick on the tail end of it, okay? Let's do it. Speed things along. So far we've lived in this world where we've looked at, I go to the line, boom. We zap him here, he steps forward, he's in body rise, body drop. I'm gonna zap him with this, okay? So we use the same foot for both throws. Now I'm gonna change feet, but I'm still going to attack his same foot. So I'm going to go to my line, put my foot right under my butt. Very important. We want to take this big step. Big steps take time, and it throws the whole timing off. We have to make 2 movements in the time it takes him to make 1 movement. If you're in like music, it'd be like boom, pa, boom, boom, pa, right? So
Take your word for it.
yeah, it's like I'm just borrowing, you know. It's like tick tick. And right here at the end, we can push his foot that way. I can Bend my knee and pull his foot to me. Again, there's a variety of ways that you can do this. This is called ko-uchigari. We're just taking this little timing event. See how early I was? Man, my timing is bad. 2 years of vacation does that, you know?
Time to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. Feels like slipping on a banana peel. That was smooth. So, all right, I'm just going to run through the last ones of these. Open mat time, you guys can play with them. Here we go. So now, we've attacked him here, we've attacked him here. I've pulled my foot around, he steps, and I've attacked him here. What foot's he going to move next, guys? His right foot. All right, now, I'm going to warn you now that this first throw is a bad hombre. Don't do it to people who ain't ready for it.
Double.
It's called Harai Suri Komiyashi. Okay. We're going to take his foot and we're going to push it behind his other foot. Try that again. You sick little monkey. Because it has a corkscrew kind of quality to it. Very good. So you notice that his body kind of goes out and it kind of has this corkscrew thing as he falls down, right? In the world of smiting, this is fun. But this is like really crazy ukemi. I highly recommend crash pads to learn how to do this crazy damn thing. The next easy step that we have is double foot sweep. I sweep one foot into the other. We've all seen this a whole bunch of times. Fairly normal rhythmic timing. The last one that we run into is, if we look at the timing, freeze. I have swept it behind. I have swept it into. Now I will just sweep it in front of for a single foot sweep. Okay? So what we've just looked at is like I said, judo guys tend to parse things down into like little bitty windows of time. So we've looked at foot stop that we don't talk about because it makes you not do good. Hizaguruma, O-uchigari, ko-uchigari, Harai Suri Komiyashi, Okuriashi Harai, Dayashi Harai. Okay, there's 7 different throws that judo guys see living in that world. The bad part is, gang, there's a whole bunch more. It's just that they don't involve doing things with your feet. I just wanted to cover the stuff we did with feet. There's a whole bunch more that live in the neighborhood. Okay? You start getting into hand throws and all kinds of craziness. But the whole point of the exercise is to get you guys first looking at this body rise element that Aikido guys, we know it exists, but we don't pay that much attention to it. A good way to play with it, like I said, is just stick your finger up his nose, and then we can throw him, or we can begin playing. Remember, we're extending the up. If you're going to extend up, you extend the down. Takes him longer to get down to the ground. And then we can do magical things. But we're not going to smite him. Very important. Don't smite him. Because you scare him and then he gets to react to that. So anyway, gang, that was just what happened to come to me. Looking at this rising and falling sort of thing. It's real easy to give judo guys a whole bunch of stuff and the Aikido guys get left out. But I was working with some of Jeff's people, and it's like, man, this thing, it exists, and it's like crazy. And that's where it all tripped off this morning, was working with Jeff's guys. So thank you to Jeff and your crew for making. You guys made that percolate in my head, because I had nothing to do, and then you guys happened to pop the right question. It's like, oh, this whole thing is perfect now. So anyway, gang, that's all I've got. If we'll do whatever after this one. So
Brilliant. Thank you, Kyle.